Targeted Patton. How are you this evening?
Let me slip into something sexier.
I like the mustache you got going on in that one. I like the mustache. The mustache.
Stop.
The mustache.
I believe this phone right here has spyware on it, you know? It's not even letting me take a picture. That's fucking strange, right? Strange. It's weird. Insane in the membrane. But anyway, what I was trying to show with this, what I was trying to record, right, was this. GS. How he cut my tongue out, right? He absolutely cut my tongue out, so...
Yeah, I'm 100% okay with it, Targeted Patton, because you're an absolute frickin' Fruit Loop.
So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race, life is a chase. I don't want a place, I want to be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft, you can change lives, you create thoughts. Never waste time, you got one shot, you got one life. Better pop off, what do you like? Make a dream job, no 9-5, no mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep on this evening. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. And when they try to change, you can say no, free me.
He's a hypocrite, okay? That's what he is. He's an absolute hypocrite. I just let him know that last night I was on his live stream and I got timed out. I said, are you okay with your mods, you know, cutting out my tongue, GS? And this is what he says.
Yeah, I'm 100% okay with it, Targeted Patton, because you're an absolute frickin' Fruit Loop.
Yeah. Wow. That's what I mean. I didn't even say anything bad. I just went in and just tried to chat like a normal person, right? And he's like, yeah, you're a Fruit Loop. What the fuck, right? That ain't normal. You have to ask yourself, why is he acting like that towards Targeted Patton? You got to ask the right questions here.
So, mods, ping pong the hell out of that Fruit Loop if you want. I'm plenty fine and okay with it. He's an absolute squirrel.
I'm a squirrel. I'm a squirrel, I guess. I guess I'm a squirrel. Yeah, that's funny.
Hopefully we don't have to do it.
This guy's the only Fruit Loop, but he's getting paid. I'm telling you, he's getting paid from the government.
To stop that. And I'm not going to do it fairly.
But there's no reason why he would call me a Fruit Loop, right? I see other people that make fun of him every day, all day long, and he doesn't time them out, right? But he's okay with his mods cutting out my tongue. There's a reason that he doesn't care about other people making fun of him, right? But whenever he wants that. He wants the clicks and views. He wants the publicity. It's an act. It's on purpose. It's all an act, okay? He is a paid troll, okay? This is what they look like. This is what paid trolls look like. You know, it just depends on what their narrative is. Who's paying, right? But if you look at his chat, it's full of mods. It's nothing but mods. Because they're all on the same page. They all do this. It's all part of the same. They're all part of that same group. I'm telling you.
Don't seek to do violence against me, and nothing bad will happen to you. It's pretty simple, buddy. There might be an opportunity for me to go fucking hands on with you, depending on how far you push it. But other than that, speak freely, man. Speak freely.
Because come on, let's be real here. How many people do you really think actually buy into this bullshit that he's spouting and actually believe what he's saying, and actually you think this is genuine support? You think these people really support him?
I know that Jared Boston would really like to try to piss in my butt because he's obsessed with me. That's the whole point of the statement.
You think it's like they're that blind that they just support him for no reason?
That he finds me very attractive. And there was a saying we had in the Army is, I'd piss in her butt. Now, I've explained that multiple times.
Other than they're all retarded?
But if you're that retarded that you can't grasp it,
Come on now. It's more than that. They're not just retarded people, okay? They're getting paid.
I've seen a fucking thing or two, and I know a thing or two about a thing or two. And I know when I see someone is being fucking devious and fucking obfuscating shit. Stop.
Yeah, we got King Bluto, $5, says another great show.
And this is more evidence that these people, right, are the same group of people that I'm up in Pennsylvania. It's the same group of people that have been gang stalking me here in Pennsylvania, because when I was on his live stream last night, right, and it took me forever. I had to try to record this like 5 different times, and it kept shutting my recording off.
it doesn't take a freaking rocket genius to figure it out.
Okay, we're going to try this again. They have shut off my recording on my screen grab about 4 times now. And then I tried to record on my other phone, and they just killed my phone with 11% left on it. So I'll have to use this phone to record it. We're going to try this again. And I'm going to try to screen grab it. So I'm just trying to record. Right? It kept redoing, and just my recording would disappear. I kept trying to get evidence, right? They said something about the Bible verse about forgive us our trespass, right? So I said, they didn't forgive my trespass. I got a misdemeanor, right? And I was just, it's a joke, right? In the chat. And Dove comes in to the chat and says, is that the charge with the camera, Patton? I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about, the camera, right? The only thing I can think of is from my brother Ed and Jimmy Grabowski making up the story, this made-up story. Now that's a story my brother made up, because they were spying on me in my apartment with a pinhole camera. I shit you not. And whenever I exposed it, right, they made up that story and just blamed me for doing it. That's what they do. They mirror you, right? They just blame that on me as damage control. They say that I was doing that to my neighbor, right? It's fucking sick what they do. But how would Dove know anything about that, right? This is something that like 2 people from my town in Patton have talked about, and I've never seen any connection with Dove or anybody over here at GS's and my brother and Jimmy Grabowski. My brother and Jimmy Grabowski are the 2 that would peddle that story. But I've never seen anybody else even hear, I've never seen anybody else hear about it or them talk about it. So this, I don't even know these people like this as far as for them to know the lies that my brother tells. How do they know the lies that my brother tells? Let alone, I mean, like, I've been blocked from GS's stream, so he unblocked me. I was able to chat here, so I said, what camera? Dove says, in the lady's house, or what? Or was that someone else? I said, I got a trespass charge in 2014 for going to the Slovak club when I was banned. Right? And she said, oh, okay. And then, pay attention, Chris Milky here says targeted, right? Pay attention to that for a second. But I said my brother made up that story about a pinhole camera because they were using one to spy on me, and I caught them. And Dove said, that's some story. Right? All these people have to do is look into it. Fuck. But then, and then Chris Milky says, I was at Fort Lost in the Woods, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Now, I just mentioned this to Flow State last night. These people were not in there. They were not in Flow State's fucking Flow State's chat, or Flow State's, why the hell would this Chris Milky say targeted and then say he was at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, out of nowhere? I just mentioned this last night in the stream. Totally different live stream. This is the shit they do. Good for you, Chris Milky. I didn't even fucking say anything to you. And then I said, Dove, tell me about it, right? Because she said, that's some story. And then I said, if you look at everything I've uncovered, it's pretty easy to discern the truth, in my opinion, Dove. And then let's see. Then they're just talking about gay boys. They're triggered. They can't not reply. Like, they react at everything that fucking that F3's channel does. So Right, where's it at? Okay. And then I quit licking windows a while ago. I don't understand what Chris means there, but GS was getting really triggered, and he was saying, I got something for you if you feel froggy, right? So I said, ribbit. Nothing major, nothing bad. And then GS said that he has something for Greg. He said he's got something for his ass. I said, you're not going to stretch his ass, are you, generally? So GS. Brick says it's already stretched, Patton. And then before I could even say anything, I tried to say, by you, Brick, and I was blocked. See, you have been placed on timeout by the owner of this video or a moderator. Edit and try again. It's like I didn't even fucking say anything nasty or whatever. GS talks about, you cut my tongue out, all the time, right? You cut out my tongue. And this is what they do to anybody in their chat. Everybody's a moderator. It's like everybody. Everybody's a moderator because they're all in the same fucking good old boy gang, right? They're trying to spread the disinformation. The only way to spread disinformation is to control the flow of information. They have to do that by censoring people. They can't have questions in the chat. They can't have people talking about truth or asking questions in the chat. God forbid that. They gotta fucking block them as soon as they say anything, So they control the flow of information. These people all communicate. I'm telling you, they're part of the same group of people. I'm telling you, it's not in my head. I'm not paranoid. I'm not a fucking Fruit Loop, okay? And that's why he needs to cut my tongue out, because he knows that I know more than most people here, and I can expose a lot more. He knows this. That's why he has no problem just shutting me down, completely shutting me down, right? It's funny to sit here and make fun of this guy, right? I get it. But it's bigger than that. It's more than that. I'm telling you. Trust me. They've been doing this to me for 4 years. I've been investigating this by myself, on my own, and I'm pretty much isolated. So I try to get the word out and get the truth out, just to show people, just to spread awareness. It's all I can do is everything I can do to show every example that I can, and I try not to I don't make claims that I can't back up. I try to articulate it and explain it in a way that people can understand it, and I think I'm pretty damn good at it, or they wouldn't be cutting my tongue out, right? That's why GS wouldn't be calling me a Fruit Loop and cutting my tongue out. That's what they do here. They call me crazy, right? They say I'm paranoid. They say I'm losing my mind and shit. This is what they do. Wake up, people. I'm telling you. Stay open-minded. Look into it. And you'll see eventually. I know the Angry Vet sees it. He absolutely knows what I'm talking about. So, if you think somebody's crazy because they're saying somebody's crazy and the stuff that they're saying is a little bit far-fetched, right? It's a little bit hard to believe. Don't rush to judgment. Look into the claims. Look into what they're telling you before you make yourself look like a fool like this idiot. But I'm just crazy. I just have all these problems with my technology, and I don't know how stuff works. Be good or be good at it.
Is something I've never really heard of before. A 62 Juliet operates air compressors and special purpose construction machines.
You can see here, he pulls up this chat, says 62 Juliet here. The reason Joey Simpson even put that chat, 62 Juliet, is in response to my chat where I said, Joey Simpson, I'm a 12 Bravo here. Shout out Combat Engineers. Because before that, he said something about engineers. So I talked to Joey Simpson, and then he responded to me by putting 62 Juliet. So GS is going to ignore my 12 Bravo comment, right? Combat Engineer. It says it right there. He's going to completely ignore that, and he's going to highlight 62 Juliet here.
MOS. Thank you for your service, by the way. The General Engineering Supervisor supervises general engineering activities. What the French? Come on, Joey.
Now
Joey,
this.
help me out here. That sounds a little weird, right? I also was cross-trained as a 62 Echo. I'm not familiar with that either. Let's see. It's probably a combat engineer, maybe.
Oh,
no.
look at that. Combat
Maybe?
Engineer.
No, because combats are...
Oh, because combat engineer. Where'd you get that idea? Where'd you get combat engineer, GS? It wouldn't have been from my fucking chat you just read, would it? You fucking... This is how this guy's fake. He only knows combat engineer because he just read it from my chat that he ignored. That he won't acknowledge that I'm a combat engineer vet. I'm just a Fruit Loop, right?
In the lower numbers, I believe. related to all construction and utility operations.
Yeah, they're
Yeah. Cavalry Scout. All right, let's see what the MOS is for that.
of course. Of course, GS is going to look up a cavalry scout, right? Why wouldn't he take the opportunity to shout out himself, right? And to make sure he makes sure he lets everybody know that he was a cavalry scout, right?
I don't know if it's even the same.
Why would he look that up? This guy's a chump.
Look at the Bradley fighting vehicles. Where's all your cool stuff, dude? It's just got a weird paragraph. What is a Cavalry Scout? Cavalry Scout, often referred to as 19 Delta Cavalry Scouts, are highly skilled soldiers in the U.S. Army who serve as the eyes and ears of the unit. Their primary duty is to gather critical information about the enemy. Which means you got to be kind of close to the enemy in order to gather information about them, huh? Not hiding behind a fob, right? And the battlefield. Battlefield means you have to gather intelligence about the battlefield. It means you have to be on the battlefield. Huh, that's interesting.
I guess all he did was drive around
providing vital intelligence to commanders. Huh, so we're important
driver for the
to the battle plans of our commanders. The eyes and ears of our commanders. This information is essential for planning and executing successful combat operations. Cavalry Scouts are an integral part of the Army's reconnaissance efforts.
The rats.
So what do they say? That the infantry is the queen of battle, and the Cav Scouts keep that bitch from getting impregnated? You're welcome. All right, so
do they because they
their work is crucial for ensuring the safety and success of missions. They are known for their bravery, resourcefulness, and their ability to adapt to challenging situations. But becoming a Cavalry Scout is no easy feat. It requires rigorous training and
not just anybody can be a GS here, right? He literally spends more time covering his own MOS and patting himself on the back and stroking his own fucking retarded haircut ego than he does, anybody else. This guy's, he's full of himself.
Commitment to serving and protecting the nation. Training to become a Cavalry Scout. Before embarking on their journey, Cavalry Scout individuals must undergo extensive training. The training is designed to equip them with the skills and knowledge needed to excel in their role. It typically consists of 2 main phases: basic combat training (BCT) and 1 station unit training known as OSUT. During BCT, soldiers receive fundamental military training, including physical fitness, weapon proficiency, and discipline. Once they complete BCT, they move on to OSUT, which they receive specialized training specific to their military occupation specialty, otherwise known as a MOS, military occupational specialty. In this case, Cavalry Scout 19 Delta. The role of Cavalry Scout in reconnaissance. Reconnaissance at the heart of Cavalry Scouts' duties. They are responsible for gathering critical information about enemy positions, terrain, and potential threats. To accomplish this, Cavalry Scouts utilize a variety of equipment and vehicles, including armored vehicles like the Bradley fighting vehicle. The mission during reconnaissance operations is to venture into potentially hostile territory, gathering intelligence, and return safely until the mortars blow them up, because we're so far into the enemy's FFL that when we come back to our FFL, they think we're the enemy. That's the fun part.
Oh yeah.
Informed decision of the next step to combat. Cavalry Scouts in combat operations. Life in a cavalry troop. Becoming a specialist in the field.
You know what the combat engineers do? GS. They're the first to breach. They're the first in, last out, motherfucker, of the Army. They're like the Marines of the Army. Because they have to make sure that the coast is clear, so nobody steps on a fucking landmine and you don't blow your fat little fucking foot off.
Path to becoming a Cavalry Scout. Eyes and ears of the Army. Huh? I say huh. I say huh. I remember it was like this black chick. She was like this pogue on a fob, and she was walking around going, I say hua. I said, wouldn't it just be easier to just say hua?
That's GS for you, right?
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me.
Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test. Expect nothing less, your check is I'm chest, what's happening next? He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just hold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion. Your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep on this evening. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me.
So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I wanna be first, work till it hurts. Dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life, better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss, just my life and free thoughts.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep on this evening. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. And when they try to change, you can say no, free me.
It's all like that, bitches.
I thought I heard somebody getting ready to say something.
It's all like that, bitches. In the fucking whole motherfucking world.
Stop.
Suck these balls.
All right, okay, all right, let's do this.
Nailed it.
Let's fucking
Fuck me in the ass! Make me harder! Make me harder!
He's right in there, dude. Right in the crease. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on up there? What's going on up there, GS?
Fuck me in the ass!
Men's asses. Queer. So creepy, dude.